Welcome to a new Team CGC 9.8 video, and today I'm revealing my newest purchase off of eBay, and yeah, really excited to show everyone this one. It's a book that I haven't referenced very much on the channel, to be honest, and so it should be kind of a big surprise, and it's an Amazing Spider-Man book too, so kind of fits right into my collection, being that I have a lot of Amazing Spider-Man books, and it's not really like an obvious key, so yeah, really overall interesting book. Before I get into it, I want to invite everyone to join the team and subscribe to Team CGC 9.8. When you press subscribe, the bell pops up. Hit the bell, get all our latest notifications. And add me on Instagram too. I'll have all the links in the description below for all that. But still at the early stage for our channel, I think. And, you know, try to get all the subs we can get kind of at this early time. So that'd be super appreciated. Okay, I kind of pre-unboxed everything, so it'll go pretty quick. Yeah, this book, I think you're really going to love this book. I know for me, like, it was a classic sort of, I saw it and I wanted it, like, right away, and that happens quite often for me, so, with really cool covers, really great art, so, yeah, let's get right into it here. Yeah, you guys will really like this one. Alright, newest addition to the collection. Amazing Spider-Man number 607. And, yeah, the really sexy Black Cat cover by J. Scott Campbell. So J. Scott Campbell's really known for drawing ladies really well. I'm really familiar with him from the 90s in Gen 13. I really loved Image Comics when I was younger, and Gen 13 was kind of a really cool chick superhero gang kind of thing, and an Image comic that J. Scott Campbell drew, and some amazing covers on Gen 13. Yeah, that's kind of, if you're a big J. Scott Campbell fan, getting some of those old Gen 13 issues that are really cool for like a really good price, I think is kind of a cool, affordable buys. But there's been a lot of like variant covers of J. Scott Campbell and Black Cat throughout, you know, the past few years here. I'm not sure exactly how many variants there have been, but I see them occasionally, and they go for a lot of money, and they're usually pretty rare, but they do go for a lot of money. So this to me is kind of the original J. Scott Campbell Black Cat pinup type cover. And let's just look on the census really quick. There's 405 of these in the CGC 9.8 blue label. And there's over 100 in the Signature Series blue label too in the CGC 9.8. J. Scott Campbell kind of does the rounds of sort of the con circuit, so his signature's out there quite often. But one of 405 here. The CGC 9.8 ratio is 42%. And one thing to note is the issue before this one is a Black Cat J. Scott Campbell cover as well. And it's the Black Cat kissing Peter Parker, or Spider-Man in front of Mary Jane. Pretty cool cover. I think this one has sort of over the years become the really popular one, though, that is more, wanted by collectors. A little more expensive to this issue compared to 606. So this has just really become kind of the cover to want, and it's just because he just kind of nailed it. She's super hot, and yeah, he's sort of known for his lady pinup type covers, and yeah, this is kind of the original, his original Black Cat pinup cover for J. Scott Campbell. And yeah, so talking about prices for CGC 9.8s, because kind of saw the whole range of prices here in the last 2 months. If you watched my pricing video a couple weeks ago, I mentioned I missed out on an auction of this very comic in the CGC 9.8 that I went for. It was like $135 around there, the final price of that auction. So missed out on that auction, unfortunately. So I was looking around for cheap shipping to Canada, and this book had a cheap shipping to Canada, and it was the best offer. So I ended up making a deal for $185 for this book, and the cheapest one on eBay at the time I purchased this, like 2 weeks ago or whatever it was $189.99. But the shipping was crazy to Canada. So to get it a little bit cheaper than the cheapest one on eBay, plus cheap shipping to Canada, which is hard to find for me, was kind of why I bought this, and I almost. Just the fact that I missed out on that auction the week before, and I shouldn't have, because I basically set my alarm and then I forgot about it like 10 minutes later. So I shouldn't have missed out on that auction. I was like, you know what, I deserve to pay up like an extra 40 or 50 bucks for this book, because I was an idiot and missed that auction, even though I set my alarm. So, yeah, but you know, when I saw that auction, I immediately wanted it, and I really wish I was able to pick that one up for around 130. But 185 for this book, I think, is fair. And speaking of the full range, I saw one go for 225. It was, yeah, not too long ago at all. So I think that's basically the range of this issue. If you're really patient, you wait for an auction, you could get it for 135, maybe 125 if you're really lucky. But if you want it now, kind of, you know, over 150, I would say. Maybe you can make a deal with someone for like 170 or something like that. But yeah, these are kind of pushing 200. And, you know, this book is not really like a key issue. That's what I kind of find interesting about it is, you know, for a book to not be a key issue, not have a first appearance really of anyone, but to now being, you know, for people paying over $150 for it, like that's more than quite a lot of first appearances and key issues that I can think of from the 90s. So I just think that, you know, this, because the cover is so cool, and yeah, just this is the classic kind of J. Scott Campbell lady cover to get, I think. And yeah, because there's been so many Black Cat J. Scott Campbell variants in the last 5 years, this is kind of the original. So yeah, really happy I was able to pick this one up. Yeah, and yeah, some of these, like I'm noticing more, every now and then there's these sort of non-key issues that have just super cool covers that over time collectors have really like gravitated to, and especially because they're not key issues, there's not very many CGC 9.8s out there, because everyone's just, you know, getting those key issues and getting them graded. But sort of these not so obvious secondary key issues, and I would put this book in that category. I think sometimes they're really good buys. So yeah, I think I paid a fair price for this book, you know, 185. Again, you can look to get it maybe 125, 135 in an auction. But yeah, a lot of things to love about this book. And you know me, I'm especially with modern books, it's less about what's on the census and more just about the coolness of the cover. And you know, even that Batman 666 book I bought on my last unboxing. Similar, you know, there's some first appearances in that book, but just the cover's really great. I just love that cover compared to all like sort of the immediate comparables to that book. And certainly this one, even though the issue before is kind of J. Scott Campbell's first Black Cat cover, this is like the classic pinup one. And it's a little more expensive than that other book in the CGC 9.8 too. So yeah, really collectible and really wanted by collectors. So yeah, I could see myself maybe picking up another one of these. You know, when I talk a lot about the reason why I buy multiple copies is because I maybe want to have a store when I'm a little bit older and things like that, and I could see me wanting to have a couple of these in the inventory. So I'm going to look to pay closer to 125 for my next one to get a really good deal. Okay, that'll be it for today's unboxing video. And yeah, I got a lot of really cool ideas for the next few days of videos. So yeah, really excited to do tomorrow's video. I'll kind of leave that as a surprise. But if you haven't already, I would invite you to join the team and subscribe to Team CGC 9.8. Hit the bell, get all the latest notifications for sure. Add me on Instagram. I got all the links in the description below. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this unbox video today. Really glad I could share this super awesome cover. Yeah, she's so hot on this cover. Yeah, definitely such a collectible book. Thank you very much for watching, though. I'll see you on the next video.